Tell me one more. Tell me one really good one. I want to hear a story, you know, about you when you were 30 or 40 or 50 or anything, you know. You must have done something. You ever rob a bank?
No. I'll tell you a story when I was back way home. That I was walking in the street. That we used to walk. There was a street in our hometown that the Friday night, people Saturday, they would take a walk. They would walk like people walk in the park. But this was on a main street. Anyway, I bumped into that guy, and he was with another guy. But this guy was tall, dark, and handsome. And I think to myself, listen to this, but this is not a joke. I mean, this is true. I don't lie. So I looked up, and I said to myself, oh my God, if this boy would want to ask me for a date, I would be more than happy. I would be really, really elated. I would be lucky. That's what I was thinking to myself, okay? Now, a week later, maybe not even a week later, we were, the Russians, we were under the Russians already that time. So they made a dance hall from the the Russians they don't believe in God, so they made from the Polish church, they made a dance hall. So I was standing outside with my girlfriend. Here comes over this guy and started talking to me, and he was walking me home. And from that day on, he didn't let me. He didn't let me go away. He was working in a different town, but for the weekend, for Friday, Saturday, for Shabbos, he used to come home to his parents. So when he came already home, this is when he was dating me, we were sending. We used to sit on the porch, and a few months later, he asked me to marry him. Listen to this. But my girlfriend said to me, he's too old for you. You need a younger guy, because I was 16, maybe not quite 16, but I grew up. I was developed good. And he was 24, so he was 8 years older than me. So that was a big deal, he was older than me. Anyway, and he was, every time when we got together, he was asking me to get married. But I wasn't, in that respect, I was immature. I wasn't ready to marry a guy because, I was the only one daughter of my parents, and I was the apple of their eye, and I had it good with the parents. So I didn't want to go out from the house. Now the war breaks out between Germany and Russia, and he was already in the army, in the Polish army. He was in the cavalry.
Cavalry.
Yeah, on a horse, on the horses, yeah. He gets mobilized to go to fight. So he asked me I should walk him to where all the soldiers are, what they call
The barracks.
yeah, the barracks, whatever. So it was a long walk. We didn't have any cars. And a long walk, and I walked in, and I said goodbye to him, and that was it. And he evidently got killed. He didn't survive, because a few other boys that went to the army from my hometown, they survived, but he didn't survive. And I often think about that guy, and I really, really, really liked the guy, but I wasn't ready to get married because I was too young. Yeah, if it wouldn't be a war in another year or two, maybe I would have married him. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.